Riot Games are actually making the biggest brain plays I have seen in a long time. For real, I'm so pleased with some of the changes that they've made to two things I arguably don't even play that much, that I feel like it warrants its own praise in a video. That's right, Ross isn't complaining about something today, he's giving you some of the greatest praise that anyone has ever given to this company, and it addresses every single issue I've ever had with the following changes.
Slop on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me, and do your job.
So what are the incredible fixes to the game Riot are making? Well, unless you play ARAM or solo queue, I've got some bad news for you. But if you do happen to play either of those two things, well boy, do you gotta know about this. First of all, ARAM changes, they're fantastic. Like seriously, no one fighting over the little health shrine between teams because everybody gets a piece of the pie. The items are interesting, and I don't really know how to use them. Like seriously, how do you use this thing? Oh, that's how. Okay. Okay. The little bench thing for unused characters that people reroll is 100% genius, and I actually wonder how it's not been put into the game until now. And most importantly, in my opinion, Butcher's Bridge. I completely forgot just how good looking this entire map is. And the fact that it even got made and then taken out of the game, and it's probably going to get taken out of the game again just to be replaced with Howling Abyss makes no sense to me. Like seriously, can we have this on a rotation? Like, can it be like a 50-50 chance of getting Howling Abyss or Butcher's Bridge? Because Butcher's Bridge is tight. But having it only be a thing for Gangplank's rework event and then for Pyke's release event, it seems like a waste of talent. It seems like a waste of something that's really, really cool. Everything's really perfectly stylized, and Riot, I know you're watching. Don't do it. Don't remove it completely again until the next Bilgewater character comes out, because Christ knows when that's going to be. Now, the other changes were to the League of Legends rank system. Now, I did a video on my thoughts on the rank system a while back, and I thought it was a really good idea. The whole kind of bringing back of the team builder aspect of it, where you basically only have to pick like one role, and how I thought that, you know, if you're an AD carry who's a diamond level, you might be a mid laner who's at like a platinum or a gold level, and how it should reflect that kind of thing. However, I did also state that I thought there would be issues with the fact that it would be very, very grindy, and that you'd have to get up each level, like, you'd have to get each role to diamond if you were a diamond player, just to have like a little bit of clout, I guess you could say. Riot have addressed all of this, and there was also a couple of other issues I thought in regards to swapping with other players and people just trolling whenever they got autofilled because it wouldn't affect their main role. These have all been addressed, and they're all fantastic. So basically the way it works is, if you're autofilled, you will get a heightened LP gain for whichever role you happen to pick up. So if you get autofilled to support, you're going to get basically like double the amount of LP that you gain for that, or at least be a lot more LP than you would usually get if it was your main role. But as well as that, you get half of the gains that you got for that role put onto your main role. So if you're a mid laner, you get put as support, and you get 20 LP as a support, you're going to get 10 LP as a mid laner. As well as that, everything is going to splash over to other roles. So it's called splashing, and basically, every time you win a game or lose a game, every single other role that you have gets a little bit of LP. So it starts from your most played role to your least played, and it splashes downwards as such. As well as that, if you go on win streaks or lose streaks, the more that you lose, the higher your splash will be onto other roles. And if you're trolling, then it's going to start scaling up, and all your roles are going to suffer. So even if you like get autofilled a bunch of times, and every time you get autofilled you just troll because it doesn't matter, it can detect that, and the splash onto your main role is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger every single time you try and troll a game. So that's good. We're not going to have to worry about that one anymore. That's fantastic. As well as that, I also said that players could queue a war MMR with one of their friends on one of their off roles, and they could swap roles with the person that they're dual queuing with, or anybody else in the game for that matter. So let's say you're a diamond mid laner. What you do is you queue as ADC, which is your least played role, and you get into like a gold game. But then you play mid lane, and you start boosting your friend, and you swap with your buddy, and you both get put into a war MMR game, and it basically sets this whole idea up that higher elo players can get into war elo games and start destroying people just because, you know, the team might want to give him the mid role even though he's like playing off role. Basically, the way this is going to work is that it can detect if you're trading a lot in games. It can detect if you're dueling with somebody and they notice a pattern of you swapping characters like more than once. Which means that even if you are, let's say, gold, but you keep swapping with somebody to play mid, you're going to be playing and you're going to be put in games that are diamond MMR. So you're still going to be playing at your level, but you're only going to get LP for your off role that you played in, because that's the one you technically queued for. So at that point, you might as well just play as your main role, like if that makes any sense. They're apparently also going to be increasing rewards for players that choose to intentionally fill games. So Mag Fill Diamond might not be the worst idea in the world, which means if I decide to bring back that hellish series again, I get increased LP splashing, increased LP gains, decreased losses, and also a promo helper for every single series that I do, so I get promoted faster. It's tempting to bring the series back. Do I want to do that to myself though? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Oh. And finally, there's a much less harsh soft reset at the end of the season. What this basically means is that when you redo your placements in the next season, you will not be placed even half as low as you usually get at the start of every season. So like sometimes people will be let's say gold 3, they'll do their placements, they'll do pretty well in their placements, might I add, and they'll end up getting silver 1. So they're gonna make it a lot less brutal for the placement games, so you're more likely to get like gold 5, maybe gold 4 if you do particularly well in your placements. This is very, very important, especially when you have now 5 queues essentially that you have to like get your LP gains up for, and it's just a nice thing. Like people that want to just get back to the level that they were playing before now have a chance to do that much easier. And also, I guess they're ruining far less games at lower elo, because if they get put in a really bad place with their placements, not because they're not trying, then they won't, you know, have to curb stomp all these lower players to get back to where they originally were. But anyway guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you did enjoy this. I am working on another why I hate, or sorry, why I dislike, but I'm not going to give you any more info on it. But I'll speak to you guys later. Hope you have a good one. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to click like. Thank you guys for all the support on the last few videos. I'm trying to make a standard of good videos, consistently good videos, or at least watchable videos, and I hope you've noticed the effort, the extra effort that I've been putting in to make some spicy vids. Take care, have a good one. I'll see you later. Goodbye.